At the Moss Thorns Art Gallery, 3 students show off their graphic design MFA thesis exhibitions. Each student's exhibition has different themes and inspirations. First, I caught up with Minju Lee, whose exhibition theme was mycelium, which is a type of fungus. Here's Minju on why she chose that theme.
Firstly, I mostly take inspiration from nature all the time, which I think it's kind of obvious with my thesis work. And also my MFA program was mainly about challenging myself with new medias and trying other fine art majors. So it's kind of branching out, just the root structures. And there's print works and digital illustrations, which is kind of big for me because I'm a bit of a stubborn person to just only draw with ink pen mostly. And then the main reason is just mycelium. A lot of my work are about changing something negative to positive, so I thought it'll be perfect.
With Lee's Tattoo Me project, for each client she would make a design of a hybrid animal tattoo that would incorporate something the client did not like about themselves and change it into something beautiful. Next, I got to talk to Caitlin Fraser, whose exhibition is named Fraz, which is a combination of the word phrase and Caitlin's last name, Fraser. The main inspiration behind Caitlin's exhibition is family. This is even incorporated into the branding of the candy store she made.
Marion's comes from the last conversation I had with my grandma before she passed. She was very much bedridden in the last part of her life, so we're like, oh, do you dream while you're asleep? And she was like, no. And then the next day she had this really crazy dream about a pet alligator named Eddie, and so we thought that was really cool. So it kind of just came into this full circle, oh, I should design a candy store and have it based off all of my family members in this really fun and funky way. I don't know. It was kind of a random little thing that turned into something greater. So.
Lastly, I talked with Thomas Giebler, whose exhibit includes physical sculptures, digital artwork, a video game, drawings, prints, and 4 animated feature films. Here's Thomas on his inspiration behind his show.
So all of my work, the whole show is called In a Small Sea, so it's kind of this idea that all my ideas exist, between my ears, the sea that exists in that space. Because, when I approach a project or any creative work, I kind of feel like I'm diving into that sea that's just full of nebulous inspiration and ideas, and, I'm just kind of swimming around, grabbing stuff. So that's kind of where the name came from, and the core of the show is all about the idea of microcosms and world building. So character design has always been a really big part of my work, and that's kind of expanded into the worlds that these characters exist in. So that's kind of the cornerstone for every single project that I do.
You can see all 3 exhibits at the Moss Thorns Art Gallery through February 3rd. For TMN, this is Tim Shoepflin.